You won't believe what happens next. Guys, on day 87, I roamed back into the depths of the Nether in search of the Demon Lord. I had just defeated the Demon Queen and I knew that he was going to be upset. I knew that he had the last dragon egg and that he was going to try and hatch it. If the Demon Lord hatches the last dragon egg, he will be in control of the last dragon ever and almost certainly create the most evil dragon ever known. I eventually found the Demon Lord's castle.
My queen has fallen. I will get my revenge on the last dragon trainer, but first we must hatch the egg. To the sacred chamber we go.
So it seemed that we had just missed the Demon Lord. The important thing was that we found his stronghold, and maybe it had the answers to where he was going next. I headed inside, taking out all of the enemies that stood in my way. My gauntlet was so powerful now, I was unstoppable. I noticed that there was some sort of pedestal. Maybe this is where the last dragon egg had laid. I took advantage of an enchanting table that was close by, making sure that my weapons were as powerful as they could be. I wasn't really sure where to go next. I enjoyed some cake and got myself some potions because I knew there was a battle coming.
Yes, it's happening. I will hatch the last dragon egg and control the most powerful being known to man. I can't be stopped. Welcome.
Okay, so did you guys see that? Yeah, I think the Demon Lord had just hatched the last dragon. This was not good. I armored up, got ready, and went through this massive portal. I knew whatever it was going to take me to the Demon Lord. And I was right.
You're too late, dragon trainer. The dragon has been hatched and is wreaking havoc as we speak in the overworld. Now let us fight to the death.
Okay, so this was intense. Guys, I rolled straight into what essentially was a fight for my life. It was crazy. Thankfully, my armor had taken on a new form. I now had an extra 10 hearts. I was going to need it. Straight away, I was down to half my health. It was crazy. This guy's attacks were insane. Throwing gigantic volcanic rocks at me, they exploded, taking away a lot of my hearts. But I persevered. I kept on going, shooting dragon blast after dragon blast, taking down his health. Man, this fight was intense. He blinded me with some sort of crazy vortex attack. I was too close. He was laying down massive strikes with his huge sword. I eventually retreated. I got my aim, set it up, and with the last shot, I was able to take him out. The Demon Lord was down, and I was victorious. I was presented with a chest, which had his sword and his helmet. I couldn't believe it. I was victorious. But it wasn't all good news. The dragon had hatched. The dragon was evil, and it was in the overworld. Not good. I knew that the battle was won, but the war was still on. The demon dragon was now an enemy. Hatched by the Demon Lord, this dragon was going to wreak havoc on the overworld. He was pure evil. I got home and realized I was too late. He had absolutely destroyed my home. This was not good. I had to find this dragon. I had to stop him. He was going to terrorize the overworld and kill everything in his way. I eventually got to the town to find Bran and all the rest of my friends. I was too late. The dragon had attacked. They were so scared. There was a number of them injured. I helped to put out the flames, but I knew that I did have to find this dragon soon. I talked to them as much as possible to try and get a clue to where he might have gone. They said he traveled north, so that's where I went. I had to find this dragon. On the way, I checked out every little location I could to try find any trace of where he was. But I knew he was going to be in the volcano in the center of the island.
You have slayed my master. I will now eradicate everything you know, starting with you
Right, and I had found him. This was it. The final battle. Dragon God versus Demon Dragon. This was going to be intense. This guy was absolutely huge and ferocious. He was able to use some crazy tornado flame attacks and trap me. I was getting absolutely blasted with his attacks. It was intense. I couldn't get free for ages, but when I did, I was able to land a few shots. It was so hard. He had me pinned to the floor of this volcano. But I persevered. I then realized after I defeated the Demon Lord, I had got more hearts, and I had unlocked the ultimate weapon, the Dragon Beam. I was able to shoot a blast at this dragon and take a lot of his health. He retreated to regenerate. It was actually pretty impressive, but I knew that I had to keep on fighting. He kept on trapping me in his tornado. It was relentless, but I knew that I had to fight on. It was going to be him or me. This suit was insane. He was finding it hard to penetrate it. And eventually, I trapped him in a corner. I shot off the ultimate dragon beam once more, and I had done it. He was falling. The dragon demon was down, leaving behind another dragon egg. This thing was insane, but now was the new last dragon egg. Could I ever hatch it? Could it ever be hatched?